Hey Divine Feminines, welcome to Mahogany Goddess Tarot. So in the middle of doing my readings, I realized that we are all collectively dealing with the same type of issues with these relationships. This is a time where we need to keep it real with ourselves and realize whether we're dealing with a healthy man, a toxic man, or just a broken man altogether so that we can collectively heal, because overall, we have done the work and now we have to take our hands off the wheel and let them learn the lesson. So I'm going to give from my own personal observations and journal entries. I'm going to just give you some enlightenment, some things that I've learned along the way about dealing with different men. And for starters, a man does not have to sleep with you in order to create a soul trap. This is the type of person that will build you up just so they can tear you down, okay? Healthy men, they don't diminish you. They never try to lower your self-esteem. They want to build their woman. They want you to have equal respect as them. Toxic men treat their women like slaves. They have this slave conditioning where they want you to cook, clean, and be quiet. Unhealthy men like this work overtime to diminish their partner, to lower their self-esteem, so we don't feel comfortable approaching them or bringing their issues to light. So you need to realize that a healthy man is a giver. They also are a listener and they're very supportive. He's not guarded, he has a stable disposition, and he willingly answers questions. However, when you're dealing with a toxic man, they don't want to be questioned, and they want you to submit to them, but they never have the clarity that you need or the insight that you need. So you need to realize that these self-absorbed men are very unhealthy, and they also have a track record of unhealthy relationships. So usually healthy men come from good parenting or divine intervention where they had good role models around them, great examples to follow. However, broken men, there's a lack of parenting, and they have, like I said, a series of bad relationships back to back to back. So, and it's very toxic because these broken men, these toxic men, they train one another. So it's just like, not only are we suffering from, the mistreatment, but they're passing this on to other generations, to our children, and it is creating this toxic cycle that we have to put an end to, point blank, period. So usually with the toxic man, it's like a demonic influence, honestly. They have chronic low self-esteem. They're raised by the streets. They're demonized. So they present themselves as the most confident person in the world, but they really lack self-esteem, and they really see you as a threat. So you need to understand and know the difference. Know that you cannot fix broken people, especially if they're avoiding deep conversations and they don't like to express their feelings. They always have horror stories about relationships, and so much so that they internalize their pain, and they make that the reason, and they justify that as the reason that they are not able to commit. That's not okay. That's someone that you need to remove yourself from altogether and let him heal on his own. There's nothing that you can do to bring healing to this person because he's filled with anger. He acts like he hates women, and he's transactional. He always wants something in return. So he doesn't have the ability to feel empathy. He's never sorry, and he's just self-consumed. Okay, so these type of men have gone through challenges in life and bad relationships that they have not resolved. He's emotionally unstable. He has all these conflicting thoughts running through his mind, so he can't process his thoughts. And there's no type of, let's say, fluency in his life. He's out of sync with the Lord, and also with this woman. So he doesn't express himself. So how can you be with someone that isn't expressing themselves and telling you how they how to heal the situation? So not talking about their feelings is what creates the explosion. Okay, and this is also a person that's jealous of his woman's success because he doesn't feel good about himself. So he has to really come to terms with who he is, okay, and strive through his brokenness, because these men hide the fact that they're broken. So there's no way to bring healing to someone that's not keeping it real with themselves. They have that tough guy exterior. They always have to be seen. They have the high profile imagery, so where it's always about who they know and what they have. They're always trying to associate themselves with someone who is wealthy or who has, who's well known, because they're trying to hide and project not necessarily project, but they're trying to hide who they are or their insecurities by, surrounding themselves with other successful people. So these people are also highly offensive and always suspicious. So you have to make sure that you aren't dimming yourself down to make this person feel better about themselves. You have to keep it real with yourself. You have to walk away from the situation because only spirit can heal this person. There's no level of love or, coddling or anything that you can do to heal this person. This is deeply rooted within them, and this is something that they're going to really have to pray and, really go through the necessary steps to take to heal. So the more you stay in these situations, the more toxic they're going to become. And then the more you try to mirror their actions and treat them how they treat you, it's going to keep you stuck in that rut. So this is a time collectively where the divine feminine, the only thing that we have to do is just remove the need to control the outcome of this situation. And once they are able to, battle their demons and all of their addictions, whether that's women, drugs, money, whatever the case may be, only then, once they hit rock bottom, will they understand where we're coming from. So you need to realize that there's nothing more that we can do by mirroring their behavior or trying to get them back. It's not going to do anything but make this cycle keep repeating itself, So we're still in this energy of the Scorpio full moon. So it's a lot of passion. So, you still feel attracted to this person. You still want to jump their bones. But that is the last thing that you need to do. You need to really push through and keep it real with yourself and protect your energy, because that's the only way. You have to be sane. You have to be level-headed so that you can so you can stay afloat, basically. Okay, so with that being said, I will be tapping into some energies probably next week because it's still very intense, and the storylines are, the same for everyone. So it's just collectively, now that we know this, we need to take the steps to heal one another, and it starts by keeping it real with ourselves. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.